borer.
Let me hit you with a cold, hard truth that most men, deep down, desperately don't want to hear, a reality that shatters comforting illusions. Not all women feel the crushing weight of guilt after they cheat. The romantic notion that every act of betrayal comes with tears, remorse, or a sleepless night is, frankly, a dangerous fantasy. Some of them don't cry. Some of them don't break down. Some of them sleep perfectly fine next to you, night after night, knowing precisely what they did, with whom they did it, and the trust they utterly destroyed. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain on this uncomfortable reality. I will meticulously break down 5 specific types of women who are prone to infidelity, and, more critically, who never feel a pang of guilt about it, and pay especially close attention to type number 4. That one is a master of deception. She will effortlessly fool even the smartest, most discerning men. She hides her betrayal behind a facade of sweetness, disarming smiles, and an illusion of unwavering loyalty, until the moment she strikes, and it's already too late for you to protect your heart or your dignity. Before we dive into these essential, unsettling truths, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. It's a small act that sends a powerful signal to the algorithm that this raw, unfiltered content is vital and needs to reach more men. Subscribe to this channel if you're genuinely ready to face uncomfortable truths that no one else is saying out loud. And drop a comment below with your city. Let's see where the real men live, the ones who are finally ready to protect their peace, their invaluable time, and their masculine dignity from these types of betrayals. Type 1. The entitled queen, the justification of perpetual dissatisfaction. The first type of woman who cheats without guilt is what I call the entitled queen. This is a woman who, deep down, harbors an unshakable belief that she inherently deserves constant, unending attention, perpetual validation, and a life brimming with pleasure, excitement, and gratification. Her worldview is self-centric, built on the premise that the world, and especially her partner, exists primarily to serve her emotional and material needs. The moment she perceives a flicker of boredom in the relationship, or feels even slightly underappreciated, which, for her, can be triggered by the slightest imperfection or a fleeting moment of self-doubt, she immediately feels justified in seeking that missing satisfaction elsewhere. Her infidelity isn't seen as a betrayal. It's merely a natural reaction, a consequence of your failure to continuously meet her impossibly high, often unspoken demands. She will externalize all responsibility. You stopped making me feel special, she'll lament. You became boring, or you weren't paying enough attention to me. These aren't genuine concerns, they're pre-written excuses. For the entitled queen, guilt simply doesn't register in the way most people understand it. To her, cheating is not a moral failing, it is merely a logical response to what she perceives as your inadequacy. She believes she is merely fulfilling her right to happiness, to excitement, to constant stimulation, and if you can't provide it, then someone else must. She carries no shame because, in her own distorted reality, she is the wronged party, forced astray because her partner couldn't keep her perpetually entertained and validated. Her actions are always a reaction to your failure, never a choice driven by her own lack of integrity. You become the villain in her narrative, allowing her to pursue her desires without a shred of remorse. Type 2. The revenge seeker, the weaponization of wounds. Next, we confront the revenge seeker. This woman doesn't cheat out of desire for another man, or a search for excitement. Her infidelity is driven by a far darker, more toxic impulse: spite. For her, cheating is a weapon, a deliberate act of retribution designed to inflict pain. This often stems from a real or perceived wrong against her, an emotional wound that she feels you inflicted, whether intentionally or not. Perhaps you made a mistake, a genuine error in judgment, a careless word, or an unintentional slight. Or perhaps you did absolutely nothing wrong. Her reason for revenge could be entirely manufactured, a baseless accusation, or a misinterpretation born of her own insecurities. The truth of your actions is irrelevant to her. What matters is her narrative, her need to punish. She carries the perceived slight, nursing it, allowing it to fester and grow into a deep-seated resentment. Her mind becomes consumed with the idea of making you pay, of leveling the playing field. Her infidelity becomes a twisted form of justice, a way to settle a score. When confronted, or even if you simply suspect something, she might look you dead in the eye, devoid of remorse, and utter chilling words like, "Now you know how it feels." This isn't an apology. It's a declaration of victory, a confirmation that her mission of punishment has been accomplished. The revenge seeker feels profoundly justified in her actions, not guilty. She views her betrayal as a necessary consequence of your perceived wrong, a proportional response to her suffering. The idea of remorse is alien to her because, in her twisted moral framework, she is simply delivering what you deserve. She is settling a debt, balancing the scales in her mind. Her infidelity isn't about intimacy or pleasure with another. It's a cold, calculated act of aggression designed to hurt you, and because she believes you earned it, she feels no regret. She revels in your pain as a form of catharsis for her own perceived slights. Type 3, the empty inside girl, the endless void of validation. Then there's the tragic yet incredibly dangerous figure of the empty inside girl. This woman carries a profound, pervasive sense of internal void, a deep emotional hollowness that no amount of external validation, love, or attention seems capable of filling. She is constantly, relentlessly, in search of emotional stimulation and external validation, desperately trying to plug that gaping hole within her soul. No matter how much love you pour into her, no matter how much attention you lavish, how many compliments you offer, or how much effort you expend to make her feel cherished and secure, it is never, ever enough to satiate that boundless inner emptiness. Her need for external input is a constant gnawing hunger. She thrives on novelty, on the excitement of new attention, on the thrill of feeling seen and desired by multiple sources. She cheats not out of malice, but as a desperate attempt to fill that bottomless void. Each new affair, each new conquest, offers a temporary rush of dopamine, a fleeting sensation of being complete, of finally being enough. But the high never lasts. The void always returns, larger and more demanding than before. Crucially, she never feels truly bad for her infidelity, because in her own mind, she isn't the perpetrator. She is the perpetual victim of her own emptiness. She sees herself as a wounded soul, driven by an uncontrollable need for connection and validation that no single person could ever provide. Her cheating is not a choice of betrayal. It's a desperate cry for help, a frantic flailing in the dark. She rationalizes her actions by convincing herself that she is simply seeking what she needs to survive, to feel whole, and if you can't provide it, then the blame falls on her own internal suffering, not on her active choices. Her remorse is non-existent because she views herself as fundamentally broken, perpetually searching, and therefore eternally justified in her pursuit of fleeting external fixes. She damages others not out of malice, but out of a profound, unquenchable need for something she believes she lacks within herself. Type 4, the innocent manipulator, the sweetness that hides the blade. Prepare yourself for one of the most dangerous and deceptive types, the innocent manipulator. This is the woman who is quiet, unassuming, almost angelic in her demeanor. She appears to be the perfect partner, sweet, gentle, seemingly devoted, and utterly trustworthy. She exudes an aura of innocence, making it almost impossible for you to imagine her capable of such profound betrayal. She might be the kind of woman your friends and family adore, praising her gentle nature and unwavering loyalty. But beneath that meticulously crafted facade of perfection, She secretly lives a complex, deeply deceptive double life. She cheats with an almost terrifying blend of charm and subtlety, moving through her deception with an ease that belies her seemingly pure exterior. She meticulously plans her clandestine meetings, her secret communications, ensuring there are no obvious cracks in her fabricated reality. She masterfully uses your love, your unwavering trust, and your very belief in her innocence as her ultimate cover. Your certainty that she would never is her greatest weapon. She relies on your blind faith, on your inability to conceive that such a sweet and loyal person could be capable of such profound deceit. When, or if, she is finally exposed, her reaction will be immediate and powerful. She will cry. She will collapse into seemingly genuine tears, express overwhelming shame, and perhaps even declare how much she hates herself for her actions. She will deliver a performance so convincing, so heart-wrenching, that it will likely disarm you, making you question your own anger and feel pity for her. However, this emotional display is a carefully orchestrated act. She will never truly feel sorry for the act of cheating itself, for the betrayal of your trust, or for the pain she inflicted. No, her tears are purely for herself. She is only sorry she got caught. Her sorrow is rooted in the inconvenience, the exposure, the potential loss of her comfortable double life, or the damage to her carefully curated image. She feels no guilt for the betrayal itself, only regret for the consequences of her discovery. These women are particularly dangerous because their external presentation is so disarmingly genuine, making them nearly impossible to detect until your world is already burning around you, fueled by her insidious lies. Type 5. The pathological liar, the game of deception. Finally, we arrive at perhaps the most terrifying and destructive type, the pathological liar. For this woman, lying isn't a lapse in judgment or an occasional strategic maneuver. It is a fundamental aspect of her personality, an ingrained way of life. Lies come to her with astonishing ease, flowing from her lips as effortlessly as breathing. She possesses an unnerving ability to maintain eye contact, to project sincerity, and to craft elaborate, believable narratives, even as she spins the most blatant falsehoods. For the pathological liar, deception is not merely a means to an end, it is often an end in itself. She can look you deep in the eye, passionately declare her love for you, whisper sweet nothings, and then, seconds later, turn away and text another man, planning her next rendezvous without a flicker of remorse or internal conflict. Her entire life might be an intricate web of falsehoods, with infidelity just one more thread in that tangled, deceptive tapestry. The thrill for her often comes from the act of getting away with it, from manipulating perceptions, from maintaining multiple realities simultaneously. Cheating is just another part of her elaborate game, another set of rules she can bend or break to her own amusement or perceived advantage. The very concept of remorse, of moral accountability, simply doesn't exist within her psychological framework. Her conscience is either non-existent or so deeply buried that it never surfaces. You will never see her coming, not truly. Her ability to lie with such conviction, to seamlessly transition between loving partner and clandestine betrayer, makes her the most dangerous of all. You will only realize the extent of her deception when everything you believe to be true about your relationship, about her, burns down around you, leaving nothing but ashes and the chilling realization that you were never truly seen, only played. She is a master of illusion, and you are merely a pawn in her endless game of deceit. If even one of these 5 types sounds familiar, if you've seen these patterns play out in your own life, or if that cold, sinking feeling in your gut tells you that you might already be with one, do not, under any circumstances, ignore it. Do not rationalize it away. Do not let your heart trick your mind into complacency. Drop a comment below. Have you met one of these types of women in your life? Did you experience their chilling lack of guilt firsthand? Or are you with one now, and this video has illuminated the unsettling truth? Your honesty can be a beacon for other men. And finally, if you're truly done being lied to, done being used, done being blindsided by betrayal, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because this channel, it's here to do what no one else will, to help you see clearly, to act boldly, and to protect your peace, your power, and your dignity like the man you are meant to be. Do not be a victim of willful blindness. Be alert, be aware, be powerful.